Hey everybody, it's Stephen the Old World Gamer along with Scott Devin Kane. Welcome back to another episode of the Retro Indie Pixels podcast.
We are back once again, to give you guys all your gaming news and Scott's guilty pleasures of games he should not be admitting he likes. So, hey, at this point,
sometimes
it's just sometimes Scott admits some things. He plays some, some games that are like
should I just say, if you have fishing in your game, I'm just going to end up wanting to buy it.
Like, what do you mean you're playing Crush? What? No. You're not playing this one. Anyway, we're back again. Another week of gaming news. So how was your week in gaming, Stefan?
Once again, very slow, but
yeah.
I don't know. I'm trying to get back into doing things. I've actually been very busy with stuff lately. Contacted by a coffee company. There was a couple
you have to let me know, because...
I'll be letting everyone know, I'm sure.
So what's that about?
They're a coffee company that I don't know how they even found me, per se, but they said, hey, you should apply for affiliation with us, and, so I'm like, hey, listen, if you can just, I'm going to get to them, like, listen, make it an Old World Gamer section that's, its own little thing, and every time I put up a new, t-shirt design, we can slap it on a bag of coffee. They have so many different flavors, too, dude. Like, ones that I haven't even tried before, and I'm like, I might buy some of that coffee. So,
yeah. Frank's the big coffee drinker over here, so if you get your face on a bag of coffee, there's no chance that I don't get myself some of that coffee. Because you know what would be the best thing in the world? Having a thing of coffee just staring at me, and there's Old World Gamer. I could just look over and be like...
You had the creeper coffee.
That's like over there, I'm like, that's a handsome bag of coffee over there, you know what I'm saying?
Jesus. Why, thank you, sir.
But, yeah, I've been kind of just playing the same shit that I've always been playing. I got back into League of Legends again, because my brother's like, hey, you should come and play. And I'm like... Alright, fine. And I spent all afternoon playing it again. So
and I was contacted by Megacat twice now.
Oh, yeah?
First time, they're talking about getting me a copy of Bite the Bullet, I think for Switch. Nice. A physical copy.
Oh.
A collector's physical copy. Oh, yeah, I'm on the verge of touching myself just thinking about it. But on top of it, so... If for those who aren't aware, the Lords of Exile Kickstarter that we covered, that we chose as pick of the week for one of our podcasts a couple weeks ago. Oh yeah, they made their goal. It's been kickstarted, and they're sending me a copy.
Yeah.
So yeah, I have a couple of big indie days coming up. I have a huge backlog of games. So, yeah, I'll be going through quite a bit of those, and there's a few that we're very much looking forward to, so lots to look forward to in the future, and fun indie games. Yeah, boy.
It's nice to know that they're paying attention,
Also,
just like...
This week's podcast, unofficially brought to you by Jones's Soda. Delicious. This is blue bubblegum soda. Sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah, that's what I'm drinking, too.
He couldn't find it in his area, but he just thought of a place that he might be able to, so maybe next week.
I'm trying. I swear to you, I'm trying. We have a place tomorrow that we're going to scour tomorrow, and I'm hoping, because this place, has, just this huge backlog of, sodas that I didn't know existed, and they have some weird stuff in there. They have, cactus soda and, some just absolutely batshit crazy stuff. So I'm hoping that they have the normal stuff too. They have Pepsi and Dr. Pepper, but they have Surge in cans and stuff like that, and grape knee-high for anybody who might know what that is. If you've watched any MASH in your life, you're gonna know what that is. But hopefully next week I will be able to represent Jones's Soda. I'm looking for you, don't worry. I promise you, I am looking for you. Anyway, so without any further ado, we're going to head into SDK's news section of the week, which, as always, brought to you by VG247 and Destructoid.com. So, ladies and gentlemen, I doth present to you that Pokemon Snap is coming to the Switch. A new Pokemon Snap.
Oh boy! Everyone's excited about it too.
Oh yeah, the Switch is getting a new Pokemon Snap. On today's Pokemon-filled news livestream, which was yesterday, by the way, the Pokemon Company announced new Pokemon Snap in development for Nintendo Switch at Bandai Namco. The developer showed off a brief gameplay trailer where the player was seen riding an on-rails cart that cuts through various islands where Pokemon live. As the original game, your job is to take pictures of them. A few other details about the game were shared today, but you can check out the trailer on YouTube.
Except we can, because Bandai Namco's all like, oh, they're playing our videos, let's fucking monetize the shit out of them. Oh, shit. Sorry.
You can go to YouTube and watch it yourself.
That's right.
The original Pokemon Snap came out on the Nintendo 64 in 1999. The game was well received at the time and is fondly remembered today for offering an experience unlike any other Pokemon game. Though it was later re-released on the Wii Virtual Console, Snap never got a proper sequel. In the original, players were scored on the quality and detail of each of the pictures they took. Today's trailer doesn't show a scoring system of any kind, so it's unclear if that mechanic will return. So yeah, Pokemon Snap is pretty fun. It's fun. It's like, it's casual, but it's like, it's casual and, I don't even know what the opposite of that is. Like, it's just engaging.
It's very, well, no, I would say it's more relaxing. I mean, yes, in order to get yourself, like, special super duper pictures, you gotta do, like, some crazy shit, like throwing a bunch of apples at something, but, like, for the most part, it's a fairly relaxing game. I mean,
oh, yeah. But it is fun as hell. I mean, for, like, something in the Pokemon world, it's completely different. It's nothing like... If you're expecting, like, a traditional Pokemon-esque game, Snap is not it. This is something that's completely different. You know, obviously, the game's about taking pictures, so that's the whole thing. But seeing a new Pokemon Snap coming out, this is not coming out soon enough. Because imagine how much different the game's going to be, Stefan, where you have a Switch that has motion control, where you're going to actually be able to, like, look around and be able to, like, you know, oh, hey, the Pokemon's up there. I'm going to go up here. Click. There you go. Oh, it's over there. Click. You know,
how long is it going to be before they incorporate Pokemon Go into that, so you can do Pokemon snapping on the go?
Oof.
They are going to jump on that fast.
Oh,
because people are starting to move more and more into mobile gaming, the younger people. I mean, I'm sure there's still some of the... I know Scott plays more games than I do on his phone. That's just me trying to be fucking old school and stupid. But still, like, there's a lot of people that still enjoy Pokemon Go, and then there's Pokemon Home, and then there's, like, was it Mario Kart Tour? Just got, like, a new DLC and stuff as well for Chocolate Island and Chef Mario. So, I mean, Nintendo still has a pretty good, you know, go with games even on mobile, so I can't see them putting out Pokemon Snap not doing something with the AR VR side of things just because everyone's into that kind of crap. But I'm hoping that they actually put in some, like, oh, hey, did you know if you throw an apple or a Pokeball at this thing in the background, you'll actually switch the track and go on a new spot that you've never seen before? Or, like, how extensive or big is it going to be? Because I didn't get to play a lot of Pokemon Snap growing up. I just got to play some, like, a few years ago for a brief period of time. And it didn't look like the game was exceptionally big. You were just going through the same things over and over, like 3 or 4 different places or something. So, being on the Switch, there's a chance that you'll get a lot more to do, at least. So that's
and especially since, like, the world of Pokemon since the N64 has blown the hell up.
Oh god,
I mean,
yes.
Pokemon Snap, I think, came out in a world where there was, like, 3 games at the time, or 3 I think Gen 3 was as far as Snap was. That may even not be right. There may have only been 2 gens, but now we're at Gen 8. So just imagine, like, how many more different places you'll get to go. You get to go to Kanto and Johto and Hoenn and, you know, Galar and all the different places you're going to be able to go now just to see different Pokemon of different realms. You know,
you'll have different maps and different locations. It's going to be fun.
Yeah. So No release date as of yet, it says, so we're gonna have to let you guys know when we get some sort of information on that in the future. So, anyway, moving on. PAX is going to be going digital this year, and it's going to be 9 days long.
Jesus.
PAX Online is replacing in-person events this year. PAX organizer... Whoa, excuse me, I'm sorry. PAX organizer Reed Pop has announced that it's merging this year's PAX West and PAX Australia into a special digital event coming this September. Because neither of the two events will be taking place physically, fans instead have 9 days of festivity to look forward to in PAX Online. It all kicks off in September, it all kicks off September 12th and goes on until September 20th. Attendance is free, and organizers are working to recreate as much of the event as possible digitally. You can expect new game reveals and even playable demos for everybody at home. Panels are also a major component of PAX, and PAX Online will not skip them. The show will run 3 channels that will simultaneously stream content, including panels and competitions, throughout all 9 days. Specifics on the schedule and how you will be able to play those demos will be announced closer to the dates. The show is now accepting panel submissions as well as game submissions for the Indie Showcase. You can hit up the official PAX Online website for more information.
Well, it's going to be awesome. I expect that, well, most companies are probably going to have their own places for you to grab stuff, or they'll be like, hey, Steam or Itch. I'm hoping that something like maybe they've already got plans for it or it's already done, to have a new website just for PAX where you can go to and grab the demo. So you don't have to be like, oh, this one's on Steam. Okay, this one's over on Epic Games. Oh, that one's over here. Like, no one wants to be going back and forth. Just put the demos directly on the PAX website so that, hey, go to PAX2020.com/demos, and then we're good to go. It's just so much easier that way. And yeah, being able to, like, oh, all these new games and we can play demos for all of them for free, that sounds fantastic.
And not only are we going to be able, like, I hope that what you're saying is true, because that would be awesome, not having to go circumnavigate the entirety of the internet to try to find all these demos. The fact that this is going to be a free event is huge. That means, like, there are some people who've never even, like myself, I live on the East Coast, so getting to PAX is really difficult.
Oh, is it? Oh, I feel so bad for you, going all the way to that West Coast. Oh,
East
man.
Coast too?
You can fucking say that. East Coast. I'm on an island off the East Coast of Canada.
Okay, so for example, there are some people like Stefan who might have some difficulty in getting to these events.
Very hard.
But
yeah,
having this online is going to make it so that, people like myself and Stefan and those people who, might live in like in Europe, who would be like nowhere even close to either of these two places, have the opportunity to, attend PAX for the first time and be able to see all the cool stuff that happens. Maybe they might have some online gaming competitions and stuff like that. That'd be awesome.
Well, that's what they're saying. Including panels and competition throughout all 9 days. So
maybe they might have some like Valorant tournaments going on, or some League of Legends.
Oh, it's definitely going to be mostly AAA stuff. I don't think we'll be able to see anything like speedrunning or something like, unless they get like something super major, like, oh, this person's gonna do Super Mario Bros. Something that's obviously like high tier kind of thing. But, other than that, I expect it to be a lot more AAA title competitions and tournaments, that kind of thing.
But yeah, I mean, it's just, this is going to be huge this year. I can see the numbers of it, like the concurrent attending people being like somewhere in like the hundreds of thousands of people being able to attend this, because there were a lot of people there live.
Yeah,
there were like 10,000 people plus, or however many people were attending PAX. I mean, you could just see in just that one picture there has to be at least 1,000 people in that picture.
Oh,
so imagine, like, these are all the people that were on the West Coast and could afford to go. Now you're talking about, like, having it free to the entire planet.
World, yeah.
And, it's 9 days. Like, holy crap, how much stuff are they going to have? Like, I'm sure they're eventually going to, have a schedule for us. Probably sometime in August, they're going to be like, "Hey, here's the 9 days worth of stuff that we're doing."
Honestly, it's about time they started doing this stuff online, anyways, to make this stuff available to people who can't afford it, because it's hard, and even for people who can afford it, it's probably a huge drain on your money, because you expect, okay, I'm only going to spend this much. Then when you get there, it's like, oh wait, they have one of these, I should buy that. And oh, I gotta buy that. Oh, we're going out for drinks here. Oh, we're gonna go eat there. Like, all of a sudden it's like, oh shit, I spent an extra $1,000. Yeah, I didn't really have that. So with this, it's like, okay, I can eat at home, I can stay at home, I don't have to pay for a hotel or travel. And like, even for things like I was talking about before with the speedrunning, we talked about it last week with GDQ being online. This allows so many more runners to be able to participate. That means instead of 1 week, they can extend it to 2 weeks and probably do it without any issues. So it's so exciting that the online perspective of these events are becoming a thing, and hopefully they stay that way, because it's just going to be beneficial to everyone.
Yeah, it's the same argument that we have for like E3. It's like, right now, what's the point of actually physically going to E3?
Yeah.
So you can you can touch the physical demos. Who cares?
Yeah.
Because they're going to be online soon enough anyway.
Yeah.
So, and for something like this, oh hey, all the demos are going to be online anyway. So this is the perfect thing right here. All of these other places should just take a look at all these things. Or all these things. I don't know what the hell I'm trying to say. Like E3, all the other, events. Take a look at what PAX is doing, and kind of think like maybe it's about that time.
Yeah.
Because imagine
if
how
they haven't
big,
considered it yet.
How huge is this event going to be? How massively huge is this going to be? Probably it's going to just catastrophically break the records of the number of people attending PAX. Because I know I've wanted to go, but again, you and I are both on the East Coast. So
and didn't they do something like a PAX East and a PAX West anyways? Mm-hmm. So, I mean, now, okay, we have a bigger one, or maybe they do give us two. And if they do give us two, I'm sure we're not going to be upset about it.
No, of course not.
Yeah.
But this will be... we'll definitely let you guys know more information when we get it.
Mm-hmm.
So, moving on. So Humble is offering a $1,200 bundle right now for only $30. Humble is following Itch's. What's that?
I did not know about this.
Humble is following Itch's example by offering its own bundle of support for Black Lives Matters. Humble has debuted the Fight for Racial Justice bundle, available for a week at $30. 100% of the profits go to NAACP's Legal Defense Fund, Race Forward, and the Bail Project, 3 charities dedicated for fighting for black people's rights. The bundle mostly includes games, but you'll also find books and comics, all worth $1,200. Although you will get everything for $30, you can pay as much as you want for it. Some of the standout games include Baba Is You, Elite Dangerous, the Jackbox Party Pack 4, BioShock Remastered, This War of Mine, System Shock 2, Neo Cab, FTL Advanced Edition, Surviving Mars, Overgrowth, Regular Human Basketball, Endless Space Collection, Company of Heroes 2, and more.
Wow.
So far, the bundle has managed to raise $1.2 million.
Jesus. That was fast.
I mean, just for some of the things that I mentioned in that small list of maybe 12 games that I mentioned, there's definitely some games in that by themselves are worth more than $30. Much less getting the whole damn thing for $30. I mean, we're talking about all of these things, comics, books, all that good stuff for $30 right now. So, $1,200 worth of stuff for $30 are too bad. I mean, it's not $5 for $10,000 worth of games, but still, it's still a damn good deal, especially since you're going to be getting AAA titles in this list compared to, indie dev games that were in the itch.io. So, you definitely have just a lot of stuff to look forward to in this bundle. And for those of you who have the extra money to be able to drop on it, it's going towards good cause. So, you got a lot of stuff to entertain yourself with for only $30. Because, what's $30 right now? Going out to a movie, getting some snacks, and there's only 2 hours of entertainment for you.
You can't go to movies, Scott. Get out of here.
I I'm just comparing. You know what I'm saying? It's equivalent to if we had access to movie theaters right now.
It's equivalent to buying a fucking Blu-ray, dude.
Pretty much.
And that's a movie for like a 2 hour movie. This is fucking games that it's fucking multiple hours of entertainment and fun. So yeah, it's $1,200 for 30. Get it.
Yeah, I mean, obviously. So anyway, so moving on. So this is something that I found very, very interesting.
Wait.
Pokemon beats out Super Mario Bros. In brand recognition in Japan. According to a study conducted in Japan, more people recognize Pokemon than Mario. The Japan Research Center, a private research firm in the country, has conducted a study to identify the most recognizable corporate characters. The survey includes everything from KFC to McDonald's to corporate mascots and even video game characters. More specifically, participants who were surveyed on 5 game characters. Participants where? No, that is not worded correctly. Were. That's not where. Participants were surveyed on 5 game characters. Okay. Pokemon ranked the highest in brand recognition and favorable impression, with Super Mario Bros. Behind it, and Dragon Quest after that. When broken down, the report notes that Pokemon only has a recognition rate of 12% overall, despite being at the top. Both Pokemon and Super Mario Bros. Combined have a recognition rate of over 80%, but below a 10% favorable rate. The survey was conducted in October with 1,200 people nationwide aged between 15 and 79 years old. You can see the full survey at the link at VG247 or on the findings on the NRC website. That's really surprising to know that Japan recognizes Pokemon more than it recognizes Dragon Quest.
Okay, first, Jeremy, considering people love Eevee. Yes, Eevee single-handedly did it all. Get out of here. They love everything over it. Fucking Pikachu everything. Pikachu mugs, Pikachu diapers, Pikachu fucking cigarettes, probably. Fuck's sakes.
I mean, you're not wrong. I mean, just seeing like some of the places where Pokemon is, like, oh my god, Pikachu and Eevee, like how huge both of them are. Just like, woof, they're both huge. I'm really surprised to see that Dragon Quest comes behind Mario and Pokemon though.
Oh, like, really? I would have honestly, I would have thought it was Mario Bros. It's been around forever, dude.
I know, right?
So,
but like,
yeah,
Dragon Quest is like a Japanese culture status thing, where you see like you see like the the regular blob enemy thing, slimes. You see like slimes on a lot of stuff. Yeah. Like, holy crap. You see slimes on everything.
It's because it's cute, dude. It's the same reason. Even like he's talking about Eevee. It's because it's fucking cute. Anything that's cute, they're fucking like Hello Kitty. Know, right? Jesus Christ! Like, are you serious?
Oh, jeez. Let's not even get into that.
Right? That's what I'm saying.
Like,
they love that shit.
But to know that, like,
I agree.
Holy hell! Like, just Pokemon is bigger in Japan than Dragon Quest. That kind of blew my mind a little bit. But you know, I kind of like I didn't actually look at the full survey.
I'd cosplay as Hello Kitty. I'll do it.
This is not in English, so
that's good.
Whoop! Never mind. Never mind. Apparently, we can Google Translate this into English. Okay, so let's see. Corporate. McDonald's Donald McDonald. McDonald's Donald McDonald.
Maybe that's what they call him over there? I don't know.
KFC Colonel Sanders with a K. Kernel. Colonel Sanders.
He sands down all those corn kernels until the perfect size for popping and popcorn chicken.
I mean,
Colonel Sanders, Jesus.
Yeah. So, Pokemon's pretty huge over in Japan. Apparently, no big surprise there. Right. But It does surprise me that Mario is more recognized than Dragon Quest. That right there, that is like... Maybe it is seriously because of like how, you know, I mean, Dragon Quest has been around for a long period of time. But like, it's Mario. It's hard not to know him. So, anyway, moving on. This is something that, because I am a fan of
I forgot you were covering this.
I know. I am a certain fan of a specific golf game on the NES that was called Lee Trevino's Fighting Golf, and I have like a complete playthrough of the game on my YouTube channel. Somebody has made a playable version of Lee Carvalho's putting challenge from The Simpsons. Somebody has made a playable version of Lee Carvalho's putting challenge, which you might recognize from The Simpsons, and you could play it for free right now. If you're unfamiliar with Lee Carvalho's putting challenge, you might not know that the game is in fact a total piss take. You can use 3 woods to absolutely clobber balls into the stratosphere, despite being a putting range from the hole. It's also about 7 milliseconds long, so you don't get that much bang for your buck. Fortunately, the real life version is free without compromising on the hilarity of its pure, unabridged silliness. Anyway, if you select Power Drive instead of Feather Touch while using a 3 wood in a game specifically, and entirely devoted for putting, your ball will end up in the car park. Balls in the parking lot, says a scarily robotic Lee Carvalho. Would you like to play again?
Ball is in parking lot. Would you like to play again?
Anyway, you can access the totally free Lee Carvalho's Putting Challenge game on itch, where you can properly balloon golf balls as far away from the hole as you want. You can also be boring and putt properly, but that's far less fun than sabotaging Carvalho's career by messing up every putt as wide margin as humanly possible. At this point, no, said one gamer on Reddit in response to whether or not they'd like to play again. I've grinded about 19 hours of it so far, and I'm not sure if there's much more I can learn with a putter, and the 3 wood is OP, so not any kind of challenge. I worked on my putts per hour, but there seems to be imperceptible RNG fucking up my splits. Until the 3 wood is balanced, or they find a way to reduce my distracting sexual attraction to Lee Carvalho's pixelated, non-existent jawline, I'm gonna have to take a break for a while. Gamers be gaming. So I like vaguely remember this from The Simpsons, but I kind of want to go over to itch now and play this because it sounds like fun. It sounds like just
Bart wanted the Mortal Kombat knockoff game, Marge, and then he goes and steals it, and then Marge thinks she gets him the right game, but it's really this one.
Yeah,
like, so terrible. That's parents for you, though. Oh, I really like this game. All right, here's something you didn't ask for at all. It's like, all right,
nice,
thanks.
That's what I wanted. Superman 64. I didn't ask for Battletoads, but Battletoads, Super Mario 64. I know how you could get that confused. But, yeah, head on over to itch to try out a little bit of Lee Carvalho's putting challenge. Because, why not?
Who doesn't like a good challenge?
So, moving on. Persona 4 Golden has quickly become the most concurrently played non-MMO JRPG in Steam history. Persona 4 Golden has already smashed the record for the most concurrently played JRPG on Steam, excluding MMOs, in the platform's history. The news originally appeared over at Reset Era, where a user shared current Persona 4 Golden analytics. Apparently, Final Fantasy XV previously held the record for most concurrent players on a non-MMO JRPG on Storm. On Steam, according to Steam charts, and that was approximately 29,279 people. At the time of the Reset Era post, Persona 4 Golden had 29,984 players, and the count keeps going up. There's no way this game hasn't been a huge success for Atlas and Sega, writes the poster. Really curious to see if it goes much higher, but even if it doesn't, this is a very cool record to be set. If anything else, this is perhaps indicative of how much of a market there is for first Persona on anything that's not a PlayStation to launch for the PC. Its success could, hypothetically speaking, prove that there's room for more of Atlus's stories about metaverses and television portals on Steam. VG247 has collected all the details about the Persona 4 Golden PC port on their site. In case you're curious, in case you're a curious first-timer or a returning player looking to see what's up. If you're of the latter demographic, it's probably worth mentioning that there are a variety of quality of life upgrades in the PC port, but ultimately it's still ported from the 2012 Vita version, which was ported from the 2008 PS2 one. What I mean is, June still looks like it's part of a game that's 12 years old, because it is part of a game that's 12 years old. If you're interested in somewhat more contemporary graphics, VG247 has compiled a full list of all the changes made between Persona 5 and Persona 5 Royal. Just more self-advertising. Anyway, this is... I really wish they would go back and just, like, re-release all of the Persona stuff.
Oh, God.
Because, like, clearly the series is popular. I mean, Persona 5, I saw that crap everywhere. Like, I don't know about you, but it was like, when it came out, it was Persona 5 this, Persona 5 that. Persona
5.
That.
When we first started Let's Playing, everyone in the community was like, I love Persona! I'm like, I don't fucking know what you're talking about.
It's like, oh my
I'm
God.
sorry.
It was just everywhere. And now that they have, the 2008 game out on PC, it's clearly gonna sell.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like, oh, hey, we have more Persona to play, and we don't have to own a PS4 to do it. Woo! Or we don't have to have a PlayStation Vita or whatever. So I think this might be like a sign for Atlus and Sega to be like, hey, maybe this game's actually pretty popular. Maybe this whole series is pretty popular. We should go back and start re-releasing all of the older games as remakes or something like that, because clearly they can do it.
Money. You're just gonna make a bunch of money. Why not?
If you like printing money. So, moving on. This I'm excited for. Torchlight 3 has gone on to early access on Steam. If you want to get your hands on Torchlight 3 early, you can head to Steam and grab it through early access. The game takes place a century after the events of Torchlight 2, and the Ember Empire is in decline. Once again, the world is under threat, and it's up to you to save it from Netherim and its allies. In this new iteration, the pet system has also been expanded, allowing you to gather critters and even stable them to your fort. Yes, fort, because you can build your own fort in the game. Forts allow player to create structures that can be personalized with crafted or earned treasures that will act as a hub. All forts will be available and ready to customize in early Act 1 after you have cleared out a mob of attacking goblins. Torchlight 3 began life as Torchlight Frontiers, a free-to-play action RPG set in the same universe as Torchlight 1 and 2. The game features a shared, persistent, dynamically generated world. Earlier this year, it was announced that the game had undergone a significant design change and is now more in line with previous games in the series. It will still feature co-op, but no longer a shared world. In development at Etcher Games, and led by Max Schaefer, the game releases on PC later this year and is in the works for PS4 and Xbox One. So Gene and I, my brother and I, are big fans of this game. We played the crap out of Torchlight 1 and 2. I don't know, you sounded like you were excited for this, so I'm assuming that you have played
I've wanted to play some Torchlight, but I've never gotten around to doing it. I have the collector's edition of Torchlight 2 as well, and yeah, I've wanted to play it for a while, just I have not had the time. I'm pretty sure Mr. Keylor has it as well, so
yeah,
I'm sure we can get a bunch of us to play if we really wanted to.
Oh, absolutely. For those of you who have not played Torchlight, it is basically like a hack and slash dungeon thing, like Diablo or Path of Exile or any of those things. So it's super fun, and lots of magic and swords and good stuff. And I'm kind of looking forward to what this whole fort system thing is going to be like, because maybe it's like a town builder sort of thing, and you get like people who come into your fort and sell some stuff, or you get your your own personalized merchants. Or
I like that you
that.
can like put treasures and shit around. One thing I liked about like Civ 2 about any of the other Civs is they gave you a throne room that you could decorate, and then they got rid of it. I'm like, what the fuck? I wanted a throne room back. God damn it! Right. And this is all like, hey, we can cater to that. I'm like, I like you, Torchlight. You know the things.
But yeah, you can pick up Torchlight 3 on early access right now. That was a couple days ago, so it should be nice and ready to play now. So, last thing from VG247 this week, PS5 has announced a discless digital edition. So, PlayStation 5 is going to have 2 available editions at launch. Sony actually showed the PS5 console design today, which was last Thursday. So this was like after the podcast. Alongside revealing a number of new peripherals such as the HD camera, media remote, and Pulse 3D wireless headset, and the DualSense charging station, the platform holder also announced a discless, digital-only version of the PS5. The PS5 Digital Edition will be available alongside the main version that launched this holiday, but specifics about the version have yet to be confirmed. They have confirmed a few other things about it so far. Also, like what the price is going to be, which, for what I'm to understand, is going to be $100 less than the PS5 on launch. For what I'm also understanding is going to be $599.
You mean PS4?
So PS5. For maybe
$100 cheaper than the PS4 at launch, you mean?
No, the PS5. So the PS5 is going to come out $599 with the disc thing. The PS5 Digital Edition is going to be $499.
Oh, okay. So that's actually kind of nice.
Yeah, that's what I'm understanding. So I kind of I like it and I don't like it.
Yeah.
Because it's like, hey, I like it because it's going to be a PS5 that's $100 cheaper. Okay, cool. It's going to be a PS5 that I can have all my digital games on it, and if I need to go from one account to another, I could just have all of my stuff move over to one, if something happens and I need to get a new PS5 or something along the lines of that, just spitballing this here, that I go to my new PS5 and all my games are there. It's great. I don't like it because I like physical copies of games.
That, and once you run out of room, you have to re-download it. It's so much faster to get it right directly off the disc.
Yeah. I don't think that they have given any specs on how big the hard drive is going to be on these things.
And I'm sure we'll have to buy a fancy, hard drive peripheral just to have more space if we want it,
Probably. I'm going to just assume, because of how everything works, it's going to be probably like 2 terabytes. I'm just guessing. That's just my guess, is what it's going to be.
But Game Hunter, what we're saying is that if they're on the disc and you have the system that doesn't take a disc, then that doesn't really matter. I mean, you can still get the game, I suppose, and be like, look, I have a physical copy that I can't use. Ooh.
But it has its ups and downs. And, there are some things that are like, I like the fact that, one, I don't have to listen to a disc tray. You got that going for you.
That's true,
at the very least. So you don't, you don't have to listen to the disc whirring all over the place. I would assume it's going to be smaller. I don't know if that's the truth or not.
Unless they're going to have additional cooling for a bigger hard drive or something.
Possibly.
But I mean, a bigger cooling thing shouldn't take up an entire disc space.
Yeah.
Like, that should still be slightly smaller, I would hope. And I mean, if that's the comparison there to a controller, it's not that big, really.
Not really.
No.
I mean, it's it's still weird.
Yeah.
But it's just, I'm hoping that it has something that's at least, big enough that you can, handle hundreds of games without having to delete stuff. Especially since games nowadays are starting to, find themselves in the hundreds of gigs worth of space.
Yeah, that's fucked.
It's starting. Games are starting to get huge. So, hundreds of gigs to be able to put onto, a hard drive that supposedly, might only be 2 terabytes, that's only like, if you download 20 games like that, you're already over capacity.
Yeah.
God forbid they update, so hopefully I'm wrong with the size of that. Don't know. I'll let you guys know more information when I get it. So moving on to the articles from Destructoid.com, Dead by Daylight's Silent Hill chapter is now available for purchase. Well, we're pushing on through non-E3 and still no sign of new Silent Hill title. At least the franchise continues to make its presence felt elsewhere, as the Nightmare series is the latest horror franchise to cross over with Behavior Interactive's Dead by Daylight. The Silent Hill season is now live on the asymmetrical Stalk and Slash title, bringing it new survival Cheryl Heather Mason, and a new map in the form of Midwich Elementary School, one of the very first locations ever explored in the Silent Hill franchise. But what would Dead by Daylight be without a terrifying killer? In this case, the update welcomes the iconic and otherworldly monster known as Pyramid Head. Scary stuff. The Silent Hill update represents the 16th chapter of the Dead by Daylight since its initial launch back in 2016. This deadly game of hide and seek has since crossed over with a huge range of horror franchises, including Stranger Things, Saw, Nightmare on Elm Street, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Left 4 Dead, Scream, and many others. It continues to quietly enjoy success from bloodthirsty video game fans worldwide. Silent Hill season is available to purchase in-game now, priced at around $7. You can check out a full details over on the official DBD website. Dead by Daylight is available now on PS4, PC, Xbox One, and the Nintendo Switch. Alright, so I can give you guys 100% review on this because not only do I play Dead by Daylight, but I also own Cheryl and Pyramid Head. They're pretty cool. Cheryl is interesting. Mm-hmm. She has a couple of talents. Oh my god, what a perks. Jeez, I just straight brain farted on the word perks. But she has an interesting perk, some of which, like one of which has the capability of actually locking off generators. Mm-hmm. There are some killers who have the ability, to make your generator digress at a faster rate. Killers can also, kick generators to, digress their progress. So if you happen to be working on a generator and getting it really close to getting it finished, but you see the killers coming after you, you can use her ability and just lock the generator, and it doesn't digress from anything that the killer does for it. So she has some interesting things. I can see people trolling with it too, but people troll, so that's just going to be the way that it is. Pyramid Head himself, really interesting to play. He has his own hook mechanic. He has a super good ranged attack, and he's also, I feel like his melee range is really good. I could just be seeing that different because of how I'm playing him, but he's got some different things. He has a way that he can kill people on his own without using Horis. So yeah, he is interesting to run the fuck away from. Hint, for anybody who plays Dead by Daylight, here's how you play against Pyramid Head. Don't walk in a straight line and don't use pallets. That's all you gotta know. Don't bother using pallets or you just get hit. Because he's got a ranged attack. He goes through walls. He doesn't care. He's fucking Pyramid Head. He does things. He's scary. Don't walk in a straight line. You're gonna die. But yeah, all the stuff from the Silent Hill, there's like a whole new background going on in like the title screen that shows like the Welcome to Silent Hill sign, which is like super creepy and stuff like that. The new map, that was Midwich Elementary School. It's also like very interesting because it's like a big circular map with a center place, of the center place, like just like an open area in the center. So it's like a big freaking circle, like that's it's a big freaking circle. But you really should play it. It's super fun. Pick it up for the Switch, and Danny and I play it all the time. We're ranked fucking 3 in the game, so it's like we're pretty good at the game. So you should I think everybody should play the game, even if you're not into horror stuff. Which I thought at first I was going to be like, nope, I'm never playing this game. I'm a bitch. I hate horror stuff and all that sort of stuff. yes, she does. But it's actually a really super fun game. You have iconic stuff in it, like there's Leatherface, and there was Freddy Krueger, but he got removed. You got Ghostface from Scream. You got the pig from Saw. You got a whole bunch of just super iconic stuff. You have the Demogorgon from Stranger Things. Bill from Left 4 Dead is in the game as a survivor. So there are a whole bunch of different things. Like a whole bunch of different horror games that all have their hands into this and whatnot. It's really it's worth playing. I think it's fun.
All those holes.
Yeah. So anyway, moving on. So we let you know a few weeks back. I think it was maybe 2 weeks ago. We told you guys about New Games Plus Expo, and they actually have their Twitch stream schedule available now. The summer of gaming streams is going full steam as we head toward the back half of June. There are still many big presentations to come, including shows from Ubisoft, EA, CD Projekt Red, and more. Now I got hiccups. Excuse me. I'm sorry. I'm going to try to stop that. Of course, Alright. Are we done? Yeah? Alright. Of course, oh my god. Now I'm rattled. I can't. Now I'm waiting for it. So now I start reading, and I'm reading backwards. Of course, the one I'm most looking forward to features none of these publishers and most of the Japanese developers I love. New Game Plus Expo is happening next week, which is next week. And today, organizers revealed the streaming schedule for the June 23rd show. It kicks off at 8 a.m. PST with a showcase featuring games from Sega, Inti Creates, Idea Factory, and more before switching over to streams from several publishers. So you're looking at the list. We Inti Creates, Natsumi Incorporated, Sega Atlas, PM Studios, Idea Factory, Gung Ho America, NIS America, Wave Forward, SNK Corporation. Oh, I can't wait to see what they're going to be showing us. And Playism. Now, if you're wondering which games will be shown, the official list of reveals and trailers is still under wraps. However, this show teaser put out earlier this week should give you an idea of which publishers are bringing new games, which are updating fans on existing titles, and which of them have surprises in store for viewers. The entire New Game Plus Expo showcase and post-showcase streams will be available to watch on the event's official Twitch channel. Oh boy, Stefan. There's a lot of people on that list.
Yeah.
I'm kind of disappointed to not see Tecmo on that list of people on the streams.
Carry Tecmo.
Because, KT was they're part of this whole thing, but they're not in the streaming list, which I'm like, but I wanted a new Tecmo Bowl game. Not that that's what they're going to be talking about, of course. I'm just saying. But you have a lot of really cool companies that are going to be streaming, and you're going to get what is this, 6.5 hours of a lot of big name companies. So this is definitely going to be something worth tuning into. It's next Tuesday at 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, which on the East Coast is 11 a.m. So for you, Stefan, it's 12:30. But it's on a Tuesday, so you're definitely going to have lots of things to look forward to. Where for a lot of these companies have some there's a bird.
There's a bird just started chirping outside my window. I'm like, what the fuck? Oh, why now?
I went in on the podcast too. I want to know. So anyway, moving on. Nintendo added actual rewards to their European My Nintendo program, and they ran out instantly.
Yeah, of course they did.
For several years now, Nintendo fans have clamored for an upgrade for the mostly underwhelming My Nintendo program. Right now, the system heavily focuses on discounts and offers for old Wii U and 3DS games, all of which are digital only. But most of you probably remember the olden days of Club Nintendo, where physical rewards were flowing freely, and folks couldn't stop singing its praises. Just yesterday, the publisher implemented a few of those Golden Age rewards, which sold out instantly. Following a tweet from Nintendo of Europe that the My Nintendo store was stocking exclusive Hanafuda card packs and postcards for 400 platinum points plus shipping. Everyone was whipped into a frenzy. Several hours later, they were sold out. That includes all 3 sets, the Mario Black, the Red SKUs, and the President Hanafuda pack. While this post won't do you much good if you're looking to buy the packs right now, Nintendo could always restock them, so consider this a precedent PSA. Also, I think it's important for Nintendo to know that these sorts of promotions are on our collective wish list, especially for other regions. Oh my god, yes. Please, Nintendo, look at that. You see what I see there, Stefan? Do you see those Legend of Zelda playing cards right there?
I have some of these, by the way, already.
I would shit myself for those.
Yeah, I have Hanafuda cards here from Nintendo, from the Nintendo Club. So, yeah, I'm very much interested, and like Game Hunter said, why? Why only fucking Europe? What the
This is obviously, like, so wanted by literally just everyone. Man. Everyone wants this. Because right now, what does My Nintendo do? Not a goddamn thing, because it's worthless. Because it's getting you discounts for 1, an outdated system, and 2, a dead system. So what the hell's the point? And not only that, it's not even getting you games. It's getting you game discounts. So you're not even getting anything for free. You're getting discounts on games on 2 systems that 1 is already 1 game system behind, and 2 is a dying platform. Because I've said it before, I'll say it again, Nintendo doesn't give a shit about the 3DS anymore. No. The only time that they give a shit about the 3DS is that when somebody makes a game that's a remake of something that Nintendo's done before but does it better, they're going to go, oh, by the way, we were making this for the 3DS. Of course you were. Metroid Samus Returns. Instead of AM2R, which I don't give a shit is the superior game.
I was even watching someone playing that on Twitch the other day.
Because AM2, which one? Samus Returns or AM2R?
AM2R.
Yeah, because it's the better game.
Oh yeah, it's really
by
good.
Far, because it was built in the Metroid Fusion engine, which Metroid Fusion is arguably the best Metroid game ever made. All of you Super Metroid enthusiasts will argue with me, but Super Metroid's a close second, don't get me wrong, but Metroid Fusion is the best Metroid game ever made, argue with me. I don't care.
Why?
But, yeah, Nintendo, please do this stuff for other people. We want this too. We absolutely want this thing. It's going to be a deck of the most flimsy fucking playing cards in history, and you know what? I want that shit. I want the Splatoon cards, even though I don't play Splatoon. I want all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? I want the Hanafuda cards. I don't even know what the fuck Hanafuda cards are.
That's what Nintendo originally started out with before video games.
I mean, I know it's a game.
Yeah.
Okay, don't misunderstand me, Game Hunter. I enjoyed Samus Returns too. I enjoyed it too. I enjoyed it, but as like a Metroid enthusiast, it's very low on my list of games. Of like, this is like the top 20 Metroid games. It's just it's down here because it's just it focuses on meleeing too much, which why? First of all, she didn't do that in the first, in Metroid or Samus Returns. I'm sorry, not Metroid Returns, but if you haven't played, Jeremy, you had better have played both of those games before you call me out. Because if you go play Metroid Fusion, if you haven't, you're gonna agree with me that Metroid Fusion is the best Metroid game ever made. Anyway,
pretty much.
Anyway, we're gonna move on. We have talked about Carrion a couple times before.
Yep.
And the game is making its way over to the Nintendo Switch. Phobia Game Studios and Developer Digital are bringing Carrion to the Nintendo Switch later this summer. Along with an eShop release, there will also be a physical edition from Special Reserve Games. Pre-orders aren't open yet, but they'll happen the same day that Carrion hits the Switch eShop. If you haven't seen our coverage from Carrion, you haven't been watching the podcast, so
yeah,
whatever. It's a monster mash, and I don't mean that morbidly jolly kind. You get to slither through an underground facility as a human smashing blob. I'm still curious to see how overall structure will play out, but the basic hook of it is plenty fun. The publisher also teased something really gross for its probably mid-July Devolver Direct 2020 show. So, I tried Fusion, but shit my pants and excited. What?
Oh, and exited. I guess he was terrible at it. Yeah. Probably saw Sax for the first time and was like, nope. But yeah, I mean, we've covered Carrion a few times, so we're not going to really go that much into it. But I think we went over it when it was like on, I think, the Best of Steam. I think it was one of our Trailer Tuesdays at one point. So we've definitely talked about this game more than one time. Indeed, we have.
But it's moving over to the Switch this time, or sometime this summer. So take a look for it. This right here is one of like the things that I'm most excited to talk about this week. Actually, these last three I'm super excited to talk about. Potionomics. In Potionomics, you get to sell potions for other adventurers to use on their quests. As a lover of strategy games, you can rest assured that I love economic games like Recettear and Moonlighter. So when I saw Potionomics was another game in the still new enough to be unique item shop owner RPG genre, it had me at first glance. You play as Sylvia, a witch that needs to pay off her debtors, and the only way to do it without resorting to turning people into frogs for ransom money is to sell potions to adventurers going on quests. Looking to combine economic management with visual novel elements, Potionomics also has a glut of charm and cute character designs. Potionomics has no release window as of yet, but is confirmed to be releasing for PC only at this point. I don't know if you're watching this game. This game looks fun as hell.
Mm-hmm.
Because this kind of has like a sort of like, oh hey, this is going to be like Moonlighter, and you're going to have to like, sell things to people and have like all these fancy things out here. But there's going to be like bartering system where you're going to be able to like use cards and
I see that there. Scott's all like, card game, well, bitch.
I know, right? And you're going to be able to barter your way into better sales or barter your way out of sales if you fuck it up. This looks so cool. I don't know about you guys, but yeah, I want this too. I mean, you look at it. It's like you have to use your cards to become a good negotiator, and maybe you'll make more money on the things that you were already sent. I just read something on the screen. Something that you've already set a price for. But this game looks super cool, and I want to play this. I don't know about you, Steph, but this looks like hella fun.
And you're right,
So-
Jeremy. Nintendo's finally taking advantage of the indie scene.
Oh God, yes. Are you
Good on
serious?
them.
Oh. Let's go over to the eShop and go over to the new release stuff and just scroll for days and days and days and days. There's like 8,000 something titles on the eShop right now, or something along those lines. There's a lot. There's a ton. But anyway, speaking of another, classic game, Konami Classic Sunset Riders is saddling up on the PS4 and Switch. Now this is more like it. After several weeks of perfectly acceptable but frankly obscure releases, Hamster's Arcade Archive is knocking it out of the park with one of the most beloved arcade games of the Golden Age, Konami's Rootin' Tootin' classic Sunset Riders. Released in the arcade market in 1991, at a time when Konami were pumping out hit after hit after hit, Sunset Riders has 1 to 4 players picked from a selection of 4 badass hombres, Steve, Billy, Bob, and Cormando, before battling through frantic and gnarlishly colored side-scrolling action, on a mission to take down a gang of outlaws terrorizing the county. Featuring brilliant sprite work, memorable boss battles, goofy digitized speech, and absolutely kicking soundtrack, Sunset Riders holds up as a hell of a good time. A genuine blast from the patch, which I've played through an abundance of times over the past 3 decades. You can check out the action on the video below, courtesy of World of Long Plays.
And if you're not following World of Long Plays, by the way, well worth following.
Oh, yes. While the admittedly high price tag of $8 might be off-putting to some, the arrival of Sunset Riders brings hope that Hamster might re-release further gems from Konami's brightest era. An era which brought us Mystic Warriors, Vendetta, Lethal Enforcers, as well as licensed titles such as TMNT, The Simpsons, Moo Mesa, and X-Men, though likely the chance of seeing this latter release is admittedly highly unlikely. Sunset Riders is available to download now on PS4 and the Nintendo Switch. Alright, so I disagree with that statement of saying it's an admittedly high price tag of $8. I think $8 for Sunset Riders is bueno.
Yeah, that's not bad at all.
Because think of it this way. You would spend $8 in the arcade to play, like, you just take a $10 bill from your grandma and she takes you to the arcade and you use all those quarters up and it's like, well, there's $10. $8 for this game? Absolutely. If you haven't played Sunset Riders, this game is good. It's kind of like, it's very Contra-esque, I would say. There are like different things that happen because there are portions of I'm just as an example. Anyway, but it's Contra-esque. There are different things to it, but there are scenarios that happen, and but it's like Sunset Riders is arguably one of like the better games of the early '90s in the arcade. Especially in a time where like Mortal Kombat was just coming around. Games like this were so completely different,
and it was nice just to have a game that wasn't specifically a beat 'em up. You know what I mean? Like, there was a lot of beat 'em up games. There was a lot of 2-player games that like had the big guns that you're holding on to and like shooting stuff around the screen, like Terminator and stuff, which was great and all. But it was nice to have something like this that was 2-player and was also more than just a beat 'em up. So it kind of reminds me of the G.I. Joe's arcade game. I don't know if you remember that. Oh my
god,
that was so good.
Godlike.
I loved it so much.
Godlike. You don't think like something like, G.I. Joe, this is going to be stupid. No. If you ever find G.I. Joe arcade machine, just get yourself a couple quarters and play that game. It is so good.
And if you find one and are willing to sell it, send me a message on Discord.
Yeah, right. And it's like it's another one of those 4-player games, so you have like the big cabinet for it. Oh, G.I. Joe was a really good game. Really good arcade game. If you've never played the X-Men arcade game, fucking welcome to die. I mean, come on, man. Just arcade games back in the early 90s, man, were just so good. They were so good. And this is one of those games that if you were not born in that era, you missed out on. And it's unfortunate because there are a lot of just really, really super good arcade titles. And this is one of them. Like Sunset Riders. Oh, do yourself a favor and spend $8 on this game. You will not be sorry at all.
I agree.
So here's something that I want to spend more than $8 on.
Oh God, why would you bring this up, man?
Marvel vs. Capcom and X-Men vs. Street Fighter arcade 1-up cabinets. And they're going to include their original ROMs. As great as the current era of fighting games is, my heart will always belong to the 90s. A decade produced some of the fighters I consider to be my all-time favorites because they featured characters from X-Men the Animated Series, my favorite cartoon of all time. Pretty close, anyway. Games like X-Men, Children of the Atom, and Marvel Superheroes sucked the quarters directly out of my wallet. Last year, when Arcade 1-Up revealed its Capcom Marvel Superheroes home arcade game, I didn't think it could get any better than that. I was wrong. As part of its upcoming lineup, Arcade 1-Up announced it's creating an X-Men vs. Street Fighter cabinet that will include X-Men Children of the Atom, X-Men Mutant Apocalypse, and the original arcade ROMs for Marvel vs. Capcom Clash of Heroes and X-Men vs. Street Fighter. A second cabinet is also being produced for as of yet unnamed exclusive retail partners. It will feature Marvel vs. Capcom decals and will come loaded with Marvel vs. Capcom, X-Men vs. Street Fighter, Marvel Superheroes vs. Street Fighter, Marvel Superheroes, and Marvel Superheroes War of the Gems. That's a lot of Marvel. If the cabinet wasn't great enough, Arcade 1-Up will also be releasing a 3/4 scale recreation of the original Ms. Pac-Man arcade machines. Ms. Pac-Man is coming back nearly 40 years after she struck a blow for women's rights, and she's bringing Pac-Mania, Pac-Man Plus, and Galaxian with her. The company is also creating its first light gun cabinet with Big Buck Hunter Pro, which also features Big Buck Safari Outback, and Big Buck Hunter Pro Open Season. Finally, for the pinball fans out there, Arcade 1-Up is releasing a Marvel digital pinball unit. The machine will feature 24-inch HD LCD screen, haptic feedback, and built-in accelerometer. Accelerometer. Wow, I tongue-tied that. Thank you. The unit is the result of a collaboration between Arcade 1-Up Marvel Studios and Zen Studios, a developer that's cornered the market on kick-ass pinball games. Pre-orders are expected to open soon. The cabinets are expected to launch in time for the holidays and will retail from between $3.99 and $5.99. Huh.
So, thanks, Scott. You missed at the start when you were talking about this, and I was giving you the finger the entire time.
Yeah.
So, I miss Pac-Man, and Marvel vs. Capcom, and X-Men vs. Street Fighter, and Pinball Machine, and fucking Buck Pro Hunter. What is wrong with you? What did I do to you recently to attack your fucking wallet so goddamn bad? This is like in the $1,000 range, dude. You get the fuck out of here with this shit. Why?
They're not even in the $1,000 range. They're between $400 and $600.
Yeah, each. So that's fucking in the $1,000 range.
Each. Gotta buy them all. We're not gonna just buy one. If we're gonna go deep, we're gonna go super deep. You know what I'm saying? Just, oh my god, a X-Men vs. Street Fighter arcade cabinet that has Marvel vs. Capcom. All of these fighting games are so good.
I want to fucking smack you.
God, I really wish I hadn't seen this because it's like
Me too.
I've already bookmarked this stuff, man.
How far back do you
Like-
fucking go for this? Hold on now. What is this from fucking... Like the fucking set a week... Oh, god damn you, man. You went all the way back and had...
I know, man. I just
Jesus.
sometimes human beings have this thing where it's like sometimes you just like being yelled at, you know. I just
Oh, do you?
sometimes you just like to Wait,
Oh, do you now?
I mean, I have to because I always leave these for last because I know it's coming. I always leave this sort of stuff, so it's always like the arcade cabinets or the collector's editions or all these other things that are like, I know that people are going to be mad at me because I'm showing them things that they're going to have to save up money. This is an abusive relationship, and I need help. I'm a strong, independent woman that don't need no Stefan.
There's a cure. Jesus.
God. Anyway, we're done looking at that now because, you know, I don't completely hate everyone. So, that'll do it for SDK's news for the week. Thank God. Because I don't need that anymore. Just looking at those machines and I just want to spend money. I'm going to stop now and pass the torch over to my co-host, as always, Stefan, the old OWGamer.
That is me.
That is you.
And you know, we're always going to start off with Scott, so just, you know what you have to do.
Well, there are certain things in life that you know that you have to dedicate yourself to, you know, and it's like sometimes you get into like a habit, you know, it's like jogging or something like that, and you just like every day you get into like the super habit of doing, you know, the same thing over and over and over again because it's, you know, it's good for you, you know. And there are some things that are good for you, some things that aren't good for you, but there are some things that are super good for you, and there are certain things that you should, you know, like more than other things. There are things that should be shut up, Steve. There are certain things that should be your favorite things. That should be my favorite things. That should be everybody's favorite things. And when I come to specifics, I find myself at the end of the day saying, you know what my favorite portion of the podcast is? It's the best of Steam.
We're starting off with something different.
Oh?
First thing we're starting with is 3D Sen PC. It is a new emulator that you can get for Steam for NES games. And it turns it into 3D NES games. So everyone's going to find this very interesting. So 3D Sen PC breathes new life into your favorite NES games by magically converting it into 3D and letting you play in real time. Oh yeah. This is... Oh, add to my wish list. Done. Oh, alright.
Yeah.
This is coming out tomorrow. Oh, God.
Oh, yeah, sure. It's only me,
Alright.
I'm the abusive one in this relationship, huh?
Yep. So, let's watch. Yeah, I think this is some of the games they made, probably as well. So, because I don't recognize some of these games, but that looks like what's it called? Micro Mages?
Yeah, I think because it is.
Well, this is fun. The music's great. And we're going to watch the next trailer as well.
All right.
Because this is very interesting. I want to be able to see more of this, and I like that. So the games that are available right now that you can do through it, yes, you have to use ROMs, obviously, but they have to do scripts for each game. So not all of them have been allowed to do this yet. They have to get scripting done for them first. So at least that's from what I understood on it. So I don't think every game is just going to work immediately. But the whole concept behind it is very neat. It literally does breathe new life into playing the old games. Because essentially you are playing the exact same game, it's just it looks slightly different now.
Yeah. It's pretty cool. You know what would be a really cool game to play in 3D like this? Like Kid Icarus.
Yeah, oh yeah, really though.
Like,
oh, that would be really awesome, yeah, dude.
Right?
Yeah. Oh, we're going to a boss there. Alright, and that's it for that. So, check that out tomorrow. I think we're all going to be interested in what other games are available for it as well.
Yeah.
So, up next, we have a new game called Astronauts. It's coming out summer 2020. It is a noir spaceship life sim, Mr. 6, if you're still there. Set in a solar system cut off from a ravaged Earth, designed for your one-of-a-kind spaceship, hire a crew with physical and emotional needs. Enjoy detailed ship controls and interiors, then manage your dysfunctional crew and ship as you fend off bankruptcy or worse. Simulation, indie, RPG, sci-fi, space sim. Let's watch that first trailer. This looks very interesting, by the way. I want to play this, so yeah. Adding to wish list. And there's actual, like, panels that you have to actually interact with instead of just, oh, I flick a button so everything just works. Like, nah. Gotta do more than that, so it's nice.
Ooh, neat.
Yeah. They better be. We can't see you, so we just have to take your word for it.
By the way, Steve, there is a free demo available.
Mm-hmm. You sickos. Jesus. So there is another trailer there for you guys to watch. If you want to watch it, that's another 2-minute one. We're going to go to the next game that we have here called Unmetal. Scott's going to love this. I already know. I'm adding it to my wish list as well.
Ooh, this looks very Metal Gear Solid-y.
In 1972, a crack commando squad threw you in prison for a crime you didn't commit. Unmetal is a 2D stealth action game with a touch of humor where the goal is to escape from an enemy military base. 2D pixel graphics, old school action indie, and you would be very correct. And there is a demo for this, but let's watch the trailer.
In 1972, a crack commando unit threw me in a prison for a crime I didn't commit.
You're under arrest for a crime you didn't commit.
I promptly escaped from a maximum security stockade to the underground, trying to survive from these soldiers of fortune.
And I'm totally not trying to sound like Solid Snake or anything.
But this looks awesome.
Yes, it does.
Oh. Oh.
Who's there?
The cat.
A cat. Whoa.
Oh, hi.
Hello.
For the love of God, where have you been? I thought you were dead.
I'm not dead, Colonel.
I'm still fucking alive. And I'm coming for you next, you bitch.
And added to wish list.
Oh, of course, I had done that before we even started. I mean, you got to. Who's there? I can't. Yeah. All right.
If you don't have noticed, I'm a pretty big fan of the Metal Gear series.
Oh yeah.
And this looks pretty awesome.
Our next game is called Disjunction. Also, that last one's coming out 2nd of October. Disjunction is an upcoming single-player cyberpunk stealth action RPG set in the dystopian underworld of New York in the year 2048. The game follows the intertwined narratives of 3 characters that unravel a mystery that will change the fate of their city. This is coming out this year. RPG, indie, action, cyberpunk, pixel graphics. Let's watch. Already wishlisted. Okay. Well, we have a couple of decent stealth games this week, apparently. Jesus.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that looks fun. Oh, it's already wishlisted. Oh, there's no worries. Yeah, I love the look of it. The gameplay looks like a lot of fun for an overhead as well, for like the stealth kind of view. It's and it looks like it's easy to play for a stealth game. You know what I mean? Like, it looks like you can do a bunch of different things if you wanted to, and no one way is the right way kind of thing, which is nice.
Yeah.
So, alright, and there's also a demo for that if anyone is interested in playing. Up next, we have a game called Panzer Paladin. Hop into Paladin Power Armor, seize melee weapons from the demonic invaders, and give them a taste of their own medicine. Coming out summer 2020, 2D platformer, mechs, retro, action, anime, going on my wish list. I don't even have to watch because I already know. Let's go.
Piggy 10.
Hey. I missed it. It's my own fault. Whoa.
Oh, so this has like... Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you can switch between a bunch of different weapons, dude. Yeah. So it's not all about your mechs either. It's just you can get into the mechs if you want to do extra shit and more damage, probably, I would imagine. So yeah. Well.
This looks so cool.
Right?
And I'm not usually a guy who's like big on mechs or anything like that, but
I'm
this
not
looks
either.
super
But
cool.
I want to play the shit out of this.
Uh-huh.
Jesus Christ, Superstar.
Yep.
Alright. Moving to our last game. It's called Yestermorrow. Yestermorrow is a single-player, time-traveling 2D platformer mixing action sequences with puzzle elements. Follow the engaging story of Yui, who travels back into the past to save her family and the remnants of a world now trapped in never-ending night. Indie adventure action platformer and cute. Let's watch the trailer. And this is coming soon. Peggy, what are you doing?
Bless you.
Bless you, fan.
It isn't a podcast unless we get Fran sneezing in the background.
Also, this is going on my wish list. All these games are
Yeah.
already planned to go on my wish list.
Yep.
Oh, and of course, another demo. They all have fucking demos, and they all look fucking amazing.
Right?
Man.
Games Days.
Yeah, no, this looks really good, too. The character
sir.
kind of a little bit reminded me of Bomberman, which I was all like, alright. You already got my attention. And then I played the trailer, and I was like, this is so good. I'll sink your teeth into it. Anyways, we're going to move on to our news from IndieRetroNews.com, starting with Dogfight. Eva Villagu's first Amstrad CPC game developed in BASIC. Alright. So, there doesn't look to be any music or sound effects in the game, but from the video above, Dogfight is a pretty impressive showing as its first game developed using BASIC. It has a cool loading screen, in-game enemies to destroy, background and landscape graphics, and multiple stages to entertain you through the evening. Let's see if we can... Oh, here we go. So if you have an Amstrad, we're going to have a new game. Apparently it features 4 stages with vertical and horizontal dogfight scrolling action. Phase 1 with an... Wait, F-A-S-E. Maybe just to shorten it up and not to have that character in there or need it to be there. Ooh, God. Man, those bullets are fast compared to your plane. Holy crap. Wait, can you shoot the bullets?
Get annihilated.
Okay, I missed that. I was trying to scan ahead and see if there was because this is horizontal. I'd like to see the vertical now. They didn't include it. It was only a minute and a half, but that's kind of interesting. It doesn't look too bad, actually. It looks pretty good. And those bullets move fast, so that looks challenging in itself. So there is a download for it on amstrad.es, so you can head over there and grab that if you're interested. Next up, we have Asylum. An upcoming psychological horror gets an official Steam demo. Alright, we're going to play. Leave this nice and low. Oh, me and Scott are not going to like this. So, this is an ambitious and intricate horror adventure casting you into the hallucinatory setting of the Hanwell Mental Institute, a silent witness to unimaginable atrocities that transpire between its endless corridors. If that wasn't enough to give you the spooks, Sunscape have also said Asylum has been meticulously crafted with a strong focus on storytelling and atmosphere through a towering, lifelike mental hospital. And as we said before so many times, we are both not into horror games.
Yeah, for the most part.
Like, this is why I don't want to play Dead by Daylight, because I know there's going to be times I'm going to be like, oh, he's nowhere near me, and then I'll turn around and be like, ah! And I'll literally shit myself and not want to play it again. I know that's going to happen.
We do that a lot.
Yeah, see? Like, no, I don't want that.
Simple solution, run Spine Chill. It's like the best non-specific perk in the game, and you should be running it. That way you always know when they're coming. Unless they're ghost base.
See? Then he has a smile on his face when he says it.
It's actually, for what
Unless
it's
you're ghost
worth,
face.
there are a lot of times where like the game just really isn't like. I don't feel like it's a horror game. It's just a fun. I don't even know. It's just like.
No, I know. I've seen a few people play it before, and it's not that bad. But
It's really
I'd probably, playing it though, I probably still would be all poop pants in myself. So far, this looks kind of crazy. I'm not gonna lie. I probably wouldn't play it just because I'm not a person that plays horror games.
Madness has never been closer.
So if you're into that, go check that out. Ugh. Next, Reshoot Proxima 3, Scott. The next Amiga game from Reshoot our creator gets a new tease. We don't need to even talk about this because we've been following this for a while. We featured it several times, so we're interested in this new tease. What you got for us this time? It's only 20 seconds. Oh, shit. Oh, alright.
Oh.
Whoa. Okay.
Okay.
I don't know if he was... Maybe it's the little ball on the bottom is the thing that you have to dodge the ships with? I don't know.
Most bullet hells have like a very, very small hitbox.
Yeah.
Like a lot of like a lot of the sprite doesn't take damage.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what it looked like there, because it looked like there was parts of them that was specifically being missed there, so I assumed that was this, the part that's not,
Hey, welcome, Peter.
Alright, so next up we have Project Horizon Alien Blaster work in progress for the Commodore Amiga gets an early demo. So we're going to throw that on. Alright, so apparently we don't have a lot of information on Project Horizon. Haven't yet tried the demo, but they can say... although there won't be any jumping, there will be deadly enemies on screen to destroy, items to pick up, lots of kick-ass sound effects, and an upcoming inclusive editor. So check out the demo below and let us know what you think. It looks like it's almost like a shooter... Oh, God. Because the little bit that I've seen of it looked like it was almost like a shooter Zombies Ate My Neighbors. Like, more based on shooting, more so than, like, the random weapons you get in that game. Like, couldn't you get, like, a chainsaw as well?
Kind of gives, like a little bit of, like, a Ikari Warriors feel.
Yeah, but it looks like you can also go... Instead of just going straight up, it looks like you might be able to go to the left and right.
Left and right, too, yeah.
So, that's why I was saying, like, almost like the Zombies Ate My Neighbors game.
Yeah.
Just, and I haven't played much of that game, even. Now, this is a long demo. This is, like, 7 minutes long, so I just wanted to have a little watch of it just to see what it was like. But this does not look easy either. I don't know how much health you get, but... Jesus. Oh! Damn! Alright. Already lost... Okay, that was craziness. It looks like it's super hard as well.
Sir.
So, if you're looking for a top-down shooter on the Commodore Amiga that looks slightly difficult, that's probably your way to go. Next up, we have Legacy of the Beast, an Atari 2600 Shadow of the Beast inspired release.
Okay.
They don't have any video. Okay, so this is an attempt to demake the original Shadow of the Beast and remain as faithful as possible given the technical capabilities of the Atari VCS 2600 system. Furthermore, although development was started in February when he felt inspired to learn how 2600 games were made, this latest version, developed entirely in 6502 assembly, hopes to be filled with massive nonlinear areas to explore, various traps, and enemy types, all running on a physical Atari 2600 NTSC system or other 2600 VCS-compatible based emulators. So we might actually have a really, like, beefy, almost like adventure game for the 2600.
Yeah, right.
And that's cool. I'm down for that.
Super cool.
Super modern. Okay, up next, we are going to check out our next one, which is Rayman Redemption, which is a Rayman fan game, which is coming this Friday, and it looks very good, very cool, super modern. So, let's turn on the trailer here. So, as noted by the website, Rayman Redemption is a reimagination of the original Rayman game from 1995. The upcoming fan game will feature a lot of new content, which includes new worlds, levels, minigames, and stuff to collect and complete. Although an early demo can be downloaded below, we are still hopeful the game will be released this Friday, the 19th of June, which is tomorrow, and isn't hit with any cease and desist orders by Ubisoft. Good luck with that. They will literally tell you to be soft. So... grab this fast if you can.
Oh, yeah. For damn sure.
Looks good, though.
Yeah, it does. New levels. Very modern.
God, this reminds me a lot of Vector Man when I see Rayman.
I know, right?
Okay. And this also reminds me a lot of Donkey Kong Country.
Has some aspects to it, yeah. That's neat. Oh
Yeah.
shit.
So that looks yum, to say the least. So yeah, that's coming out tomorrow. Check that out immediately, because it will probably get a cease and desist by Ubisoft if they already know about it.
Yes.
So they might jump on that fast. Up next, Rat-a-Tat. Another new ZX Spectrum 128K game takes center stage. Always happy to see some ZX Spectrum games. So as noted by the game description, Rat-a-Tat is a tiny sprite platform game where you must go on several sorties through London looking to find your lost luggage, avoiding various nasties and keeping your tummy topped up with enough cheese to last till the end of each trip. The game features awesome music, great level design, deadly enemies, and plenty of gameplay to make this another brilliant Spectrum game released this year. So, let's get into that game. Oh, it is small. Okay. First sortie, Clapham Common. Oh, wow, this moves fast, too. Oh, this looks great. Go for that cheese, that cloud cheese, yo. Oh, what is that over there, though? Yeah, what is that? I don't know. Oh, you got it, though, whatever it was. Arrow food or something. Oh, but then you... Why? Oh, was that an exit to go down to the bottom, maybe? This looks very good. And I love the music. Oh, shit. Okay, went to the next screen. Okay. Oh, got a squat. Yeah, this looks really good. This is like 4 minutes long, though, but... Yeah, this looks really fun. Oh, again, another reason to want a ZX Spectrum. I mean... And this is available at itch.io from Snaggletooth. So our last thing here from Indie Retro News, Aversland, a PC demo of a cancelled Fairlight remake by Richard Jordan. Ooh. Oh, it's an isometric game. I love these games. Fairlight was, and still is, one of the best 8-bit games from the 1980s. It was released by Edge Games and featured an engine called Grax, an engine which gave us great isometric gameplay against guards and beasts, and as Lemon64 says for this particular game, rewards exploration and experimentation. See, and again, this seems like a game that I'd want to play the shit out of.
Right.
So, is this just for PC then? Currently available to download as a canceled PC remake demo. Oh, I hope it's big. Wait, you know what? I wish I didn't say that. Anyways, available on itch.io. I know, Scott. Funny guy I am. Jesus Christ. The words I choose to use sometimes are terrible.
I've left a couple of them alone so far, but like there are some you just can't leave alone. You know what I'm saying?
A couple of them I left alone so far.
There are a couple. I did have a few. That's what she said's in there, but I just chose to be mature for those. But like there are some I can't help myself.
Anyways, I'm moving into my news from the IndieGameWebsite.com. First, we have a new game for Nintendo Switch called Crystales. Did we talk about that earlier? Or no?
I don't know.
I don't think so. We're
But
going to
I
watch
know
the
I've
trailer
seen
for it
this.
anyways, so take it.
I know I've seen this.
Apparently, this is from a team in Colombia.
If you saw what was, what is, and what would be. If you knew how it ends,
Okay.
would you change it? Could you make the
Oh.
hard decisions? And would you be strong enough to fight?
You want big fights? Experience the past and the future and the present. What? All at the
If you
same
learn from
time?
the past and act in the present,
Whoa.
you can rewrite the future.
What? Okay, this looks really good.
Yeah.
Oh!
I was excited for this the first time I saw it.
Oh! Oh! I don't remember seeing that before, but dang.
Looks damn good.
Oh, wow. So apparently, moving back and forth through different times and stuff, they're saying in the article here, if you pour water on a metallic enemy and jump forward in time, they'll rust.
Huh.
Or you can poison them and deal all that damage at once. Makes enemies younger and weaker by going to the past. Wow, it has a Paper Mario style turn-based combat system. That sounds amazing. Oh god, it looks so good.
I know, right?
Fuck.
Too many games, man.
How the fuck are we supposed to make enough money to buy all these fucking games? Alright, so Stray gives us the gift of cats. So we're going to watch the trailer for a new game called Stray. That'll be on PS5. Annapurna. Oh, fuck's sakes. Of course, this is going to be good. And this is going to look really good too, isn't it? So, in this game, I'm pretty sure you play as a cat. Oh, Peter's loving it. Yeah, no, I like these games, like especially when it's something like this where there's probably going to be a bunch of exploration and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Which is great, because that means there's going to be like a lot of little like small hidden places that have to get up into, and figure out different ways of getting to those places and stuff, which is going to be fun. Exploration. Wait, Chibi Robo? Isn't that the TV he talks to? Anyway. Yeah, this looks really good as well. If this is what the gameplay is like at all, like fun. Right? Way to put out a game that everyone's going to want to have PS or PlayStation. Jesus. Coming out next year, yeah.
Kitty!
It looks very cute. I would love to play the crap out of that.
Yeah, right?
And next we have news from Destructoid. My news from Destructoid. Including itch.io's bundle for racial justice and equality, they raised $8.1 million.
Woof! Damn. Over 800,000 donations.
Total donations. That means basically almost everyone paid about $10 on average for donations. That is really fucking good. So good on everybody. So actually, it raised from just over 8.14, or sorry, 814,000 donations. So yeah, about $10, which is that's still amazing. That means you only had to pay what, $5? I think it was
$5, yeah.
So everyone said, you know what, let's double that at the very least. And good on everyone. I'm glad that's what it was. And I'm sure not everyone was able to afford that, but it still means that everyone else still made up for it, which is great. That's awesome. So they're now closed, apparently. But yeah, it launched over a week ago with an initial goal of only 5 million. The software compendium continued to grow in size as momentum increased, eventually offering over 1,700 games, tools, soundtracks, and visual novels by the campaign's final hours. This included great titles such as Celeste, Octodad, A Short Hike, Oxenfree, Wheels of Aurelia, Nuclear Throne, Runner 3, Arcade Spirits, Lancer, Nog, Minute, and hundreds more. And we've went over a lot of itch.io games, and a lot of them are actually included. Yeah, well worth $5. So, the biggest donation was $5,000 by somebody.
Whew.
So, good on them. The money raised now will be split evenly between two organizations, the NAACP Legal Defense and Education Fund, and the Community Bail Fund. Secondary bundle, the Black Lives Matter Support Bundle, is still on itch.io for another day, which was, it ended as of yesterday. And just 1,500 shy of reaching its $100,000 goal. So hopefully they made it if they had only a day left. It's too bad we didn't get to know about that last week. That would have been nice.
That's super cool to hear that like so many people came forward. Like not only the people with their donations, but all of the indie developers that were more than willing to give their games for such a cause. And like obviously it was like almost 1,800 games. So for that many developers to come through with like so many games, I mean, I'm sure some developers came through with like you know a bunch of games, but like just imagine that's like 1,800 games that were given for this cause, and like for a minimum $5 donation where the average ended up being 10. This was like an unbelievable success. So hopefully something in the future will be able to do something like this again for something like maybe a little bit better causes than what was maybe for like cancer research or something like that where it's
I hope this kind of stuff keeps continuing though, that these bigger gaming distributors keep doing this kind of stuff, because I mean like Humble Bundle, it's so good that a lot of money can be raised to go into a good cause over just making your games a little bit cheaper so that people will buy them in a bundle kind of thing, right? So I mean, it's nice to see all that kind of stuff. So let's keep it coming. Our next article here is Nintendo just released a free fitness game on Switch. Jump Rope Challenge. Every so often, Nintendo can be surprising. It's not an all-out effort usually, more like a mild surprise, like making a perfect cup of coffee on a bad day. That's basically what this free new Switch game feels like. Announced this morning from Nintendo out of nowhere, it's called Jump Rope Challenge and is live now on Switch. The publisher calls this a limited time release through the end of September, allowing players to use Joy-Con remotes as a virtual skipping rope. You can control a cartoon rabbit as you jump to a timer and aim for a high score, with multiplayer support for up to 2 people baked in. And then Nintendo calls this a simple game with no tutorials, so you can get started in minutes. That's kind of what we need right now.
Right.
So that's kind of nice. I figured I'd mention that for anyone there who wanted to take advantage. And I mean, it's multiplayer, which is kind of fun, so you can, skip versus someone if you really want to.
Right.
If you're into that kind of competitive kind of stuff. Oh, up next, Windjammers 2 demo available now on PC. Oh, so it's been a long road to Windjammers 2, and that's not even including a 25-year wait since the release of the original Data East Classic. Still looks like a highly anticipated summer sports title is almost ready to rock, In fact, you can get a taste of the sequel and a brand new demo available to download on PC via Steam right now. The Windjammers 2 Steam Festival demo offers both local versus and online multiplayer, giving everyone a chance to dive headfirst into the title's wild retro future aesthetic and high-impact disc-tossing action. Jesus, that's a mouthful there. Again, choice of words. So, grab some friends and hit the sand, but move fast as the demo will only be made available until June 22nd. So you still have 4 days to hop on that. Let's watch the demo here.
Not opening my Steam.
So for those who are not familiar with Windjammers, it's basically, think air hockey, but with a frisbee and 2 actual players. And the original was so fun. Actually, Retro Gaming Live TV, RGL, they hold tournaments of the original with people, which is a lot of fun to watch as well. So,
Frisbee meets air hockey meets soccer, and it's completely like fantastical, and it's super fun, and it's Windjammers. It's really good.
Developed by .emu, who so wonderfully pumped new life into classic franchises Wonder Boy and Streets of Rage, Windjammers 2 looks to retain the classic arcade action of yesterday, brought up to speed with dazzling new visuals and a slick modern engine. Here's hoping the final release will have a popular and hype competitive scene as its forefather. Well, if they already are saying that the demo is online multiplayer, then yeah, they're going to grab anyone who's a fan and probably a whole lot more, I would imagine.
I'm not downloading it now.
No? Oh, okay.
No.
Okay, that's good. That's good. I understand. Next, Nintendo says it will start going after people who buy and sell villagers and other Animal Crossing New Horizon items. So beware. If you've been part of the Animal Crossing New Horizons community for a bit, you've probably heard of the real money transaction ring that is currently running rampant. In short, if people want a certain villager, sellers offer the ability to either buy them with in-game money, either millions of bells or Nook Miles tickets, or real-life money. The median price range is $10. These are sold listings, by the way. But popular villagers like Raymond in the center above... Oh, that's probably a picture there or something. Oh, right here. This okay, Raymond's the dude with the fancy cat. Can go as much as $25 or more in package deals. It's a practice that's been going on since launch, but only just now is Nintendo going to actually start looking into it. Speaking to JCast, Nintendo explains that selling content for real-life monetary gain is a violation of their TOS, and they will take action accordingly if they see it happening. Nintendo isn't threatening legal action here, to be clear. It seems like they're just going to be banning or suspending accounts for now. Both buyers and sellers are mentioned specifically. How they'll actually enforce this is anyone's guess, but Nintendo reiterates that it will be on a case-by-case basis at the very least. Good luck.
I mean,
if you're that hard up for a villager to be in your village, there's probably something.
Right.
Like this teddy bear one over here with the X eyes, I already had a chance to have him. I didn't want him. It doesn't really interest me. That's just me. But I mean, again, I understand there are custom villagers that I would love to have too that they have, but work on it.
Yeah, play the game.
Don't be lazy. Don't fast forward time either, and that shit. Just do it properly.
I know it's that weird thing that they do in video games now. It's called play them.
Yeah, really.
I know that
that is wrong. He is not the only snooty cat. Olivia is the female snooty cat, and both me and Keylor have him. Her, sorry. But he is unique because he has the different colored eyes as well. Anyways, doesn't matter. So next, here's our first real look at the Shadow Man Remastered. A 1999 cult classic is back. this past March, Shadow Man Remastered was announced, which takes the original acclaimed classic from 1999 and brings it into a new era. But back then, we were merely greeted with a static image that it existed that changes today. Revealed through this year's PC Gaming Show, we have our first good look at the remaster by way of roughly 2-minute trailer. It shows, it sure looks like Shadow Man to me. It doesn't look like it's going to get a massive upgrade on paper, but Night Dive Studios promises 4K visuals and the inclusion of content that was not included in the original. So let's have a watch there.
Don't mind me, folks. My wife gave me some delicious butter cookies, and they're delicious.
I understand. I've ate on the podcast before too, so I'd be a hypocrite to say anything. Sometimes you just get a hankering for a snack.
There are those butter cookies that come in that tin.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
Oh,
I make those homemade, dude. You gotta use real butter. It's all about the real butter. Anyways, this remaster actually looks really good. I mean, you can tell that it's a lot brighter than what it used to be.
Oh, yeah.
But I mean, it is called Shadow Man, so I mean, you know, it probably should be a dark environment.
This was one of those, like, if you owned an N64, you most likely had one. You had Shadow Man.
I might have a complete in-box copy here.
It was just one of those games that it was just like, it was really, really good, so you had it because it was Shadow Man.
This looks speed runnable too. This looks like it'd be fun to speed run. I would imagine someone already does, but this, honestly, it seems like something Mr. Six would play.
Let's take a look.
Jesus. It's interesting enough that I was like, wait, have we been watching this for 3 or 4 minutes? No. It's only a 2-minute trailer.
Let's see. There are a couple of N64 players.
Okay. Yeah, it makes sense. It looks like it would be good. So yeah, the remaster looks good. Looks like they're going to still upgrade it even more and put in more content as well, which is always nice. Needed that.
Ooh, excuse me.
Alright, so up next we have the Twitter feed. This week, a huge focus on pixel art. Starting with Steph at Steph Cask. STEPHCASK. This is some beautiful pixel animation that she's done of a windmill. I'm pretty sure she also works with Chucklefish Limited. She's an artist on Witchbrook. So, yeah, worth following because, well, look.
Wow. Hell yeah.
It looks so nice.
Mm-hmm.
God. So, if you're interested in any of the work that she's doing, you can go follow her over there. Up next, we have Princess of Cubes at Princess of Cubes. She made a little forge today, and it looks quite neat, I must say. Some basic animation, but that's all you need sometimes, you know. Especially if it's going to be in the background of like a little, you know, a forging shop or something. That'd be cool.
Yeah. Neat.
So she's just a pixel art hobbyist, but yeah, again, if you're someone who's into pixel art, well worth following as well.
These are nice.
Up next, we have Stone Shard at Stone_Shard. Great axes incoming from this indie dev. Stone Shard is a challenging turn-based RPG about the unforgiving life of a medieval mercenary. Is Witchbrook out yet? No, it's not. But if these are all going to be great axes in the game, and that's just like one type of weapon, alright. I want to play this. I want to play Stone Shard. I'm not sure. Wait, no, there's Stone Shard Steam. Oh my god, is it really? What? How have we not seen this? 6th of February 2020. $17. Alright. I'm watching. This looks like Diablo. Oh, wait. No.
It looks like tactical RPG.
Yeah, you're correct. It's a very tactical RPG. You know, it's on my wish list now. This doesn't look too bad at all.
Yeah. Nice.
I can see why they made it tactical like this, just because with this style you don't probably have as much freedom to run away like you would in Diablo.
Remember we did the Kickstarter for Battle Axe? It's the same guy.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah, alright.
So definitely, I'm glad we actually found that. That's nice.
Yeah.
So again, if you're interested in Stone Shard or the dev at Stone_Shard, looks very interesting. The equipment menu looks very Diablo.
Yeah. Oh, yes, they do. And some of this is animated very nicely.
Mm-hmm. Up next, we have Your Gus at YG_Fool. Background tiling test, pixel art, game art. Ooh. So, he is a pixel addicted luthier, apparently. But that's pixel art, and I'm like, damn, man. Oh, Jesus.
Ooh.
That's huge, that's why, okay. I was wondering, I was like, man, it's really small. I was like, is that pixel art? Because that's like,
wow.
Like very well detailed, but no, it's just because it's such a huge picture that, yeah. That's really well done.
They have like an animated street. Looks really nice.
Wait, what?
Yeah. Down the list. That looks really cool.
Oh yeah. There's all kinds of stuff that they got here. Oh my God! See, pixel artists. There's so many pixel artists, man. Like I'm just looking through the stuff that he retweeted as well. Like. Holy crap, there's so much good. Oh my God, this is blowing my mind now. Okay. So this was originally about Your Gus, who does some damn good pixel art. Holy crap.
Right.
So, continuing on with more pixel art, Scott. Honey Kisaragi from RE Cutie Honey. That's what this picture is of. This is Wolfenoctis at Wolfenoctis. WOLFENOCTIS.
Got it.
Yeah. I figured you would enjoy their pixel art as well, Scott. Very good stuff. Father Gascoigne. Gascoigne? If you're going to try to Frenchianize that from Bloodborne, I can't say very well. But yeah, that's really well done.
I have no idea.
Oh!
The Honey Kisaragi, man.
Ooh. Oh,
yes, sir.
Diablos from Final Fantasy VIII.
Yeah.
Oh.
Looks real good.
Oh. Yeah, retweeting the shit out of that. Oh my God, I want to get that tattoo.
Keep going, man. They carbuncle down there.
What?
Oh,
okay, that's somebody. Oh, what? That's a nice carbuncle, dude.
Yeah,
oh
dude.
My God.
Real cool.
Oh, Jinghua from Soul Calibur.
From Soul Calibur, yeah.
Oh, Bloodborne Hunt. Oh my God. All right, we have one more Twitter feed thing to go over, and this is Ichigo at Astral Shift at Ichigo Go, which is at ICHIGOGOOOOOOOOOO. Holy crap, that's a lot of O's to remember. So yeah, and this is an animation of Little Modius reading. Very cute. Loving the pixel art. Well worth following. She does a lot of anime, like kind of chibi stuff, and again, amazing stuff as well.
We saw that animation before, the slash and thrust animation.
Mm-hmm.
We might have covered that in like a Trailer Tuesday or something like that. We definitely.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Damn.
Yeah, and again, like, there's so much, like, stuff that people, like, retweet as well from, like, other pixel artists that
Yeah.
it just keeps going down, like, oh my god.
Little chicken fan art. Oh.
Monster Hunter pixel art. Holy Jesus, man.
So good. So good. Everything's so good.
Alright, so that's it for the Twitter feed tonight. Damn. Yeah, see, I find so much great pixel artists online too, and then indie. There's just so much of it on there, and all for good reason, obviously. Alright, so now we're going to move into our Kickstarters. We have 4 for you tonight. Starting off with a game called Moon Raider. Fast-paced 2D action platform game. They are looking for 10,851. They are currently about almost halfway at 5,162, with 13 days left. Let's watch that trailer. This is coming out on everything, apparently. Now with co-op play. Jesus.
Oh, shit. Nice.
Yeah. Really nice. I love it. So, as you can tell, looks like a fantastic, really fun game. I love the art style. It's just so bright and like retro feeling. Oh, God. Waifu material yet again. I'm sorry, Game Hunter. Do you look so much? That's a anime porn.
We always bring you all the spice. Don't worry, man.
Oh, secret areas as well. Nice. Okay. Strong female protagonist in a science fiction fable about growing up. Explore a diverse handcrafted world that stays fresh from start to finish. Find hidden upgrades in secret areas. Smash through walls. Spin into enemies. Go for small girl to powerful heroine. Incredible original soundtrack that changes dynamically with the action. 10 beautiful environments to explore, each within unique ambiance. 11 epic boss battles, 35 unique enemies, and 30 unique obstacles. 6 layers of parallax scrolling. I mean, alright. Done. So, digital copy of the game is going to run you $13 US, 18 Canadian.
Not bad.
Not bad at all. To include the soundtrack, 18 American, 25 Canadian. 2 copies and inclusion in the beta and Discord development. That's 35 US, 48 Canadian.
Not bad.
Have all of that plus a T-shirt is 75 US and 102 Canadian. $2,000 or more plus, $2,700 Canadian. There's still one of these left. Add your company's logo to developer's logo at the start of the game. Wow.
That's pretty important.
It really is. Yeah, that's helps get your name out there, kind of thing. That's pretty big. That's free publicity, basically. Well, not free, but very cheap publicity. $2,000. On a game that looks fantastic, by the way. So, yeah. If this doesn't make it, I'll be very, very surprised. They need to go and grab a hold of, like, Danjin or Mega Cat and be like, yeah, want to make? Because I'm sure they will. This, I mean, it looks right up their alley, to be honest. I mean, you know.
Pretty good. All
right. So, next up, we have a game that I think we might have seen before. It's called Toasty, where you play as a marshmallow hero, I guess. It's an action-adventure game with an unlikely hero. Or, yeah, you're a marshmallow dude. They are looking for $40,694, currently sitting at over half at $24,700. It'll probably go up in a second once this video loads. Please. Whatever it is with Kickstarter, man, it really does not like me, does it? Fine, I'll just restart. Marshall the Marshmallow Knight. I love it. Ooh, they still have 16 years to go, too. Oh, here we go. It looks very Game Boy-like. Ooh. No. Okay. Oh, wait, what? It's adventure and RPG? Or is it just a boss fight? Whoa. This looks so good. Right? No. Was he smart? Oh, definitely. People should be pledging the crap out of this. And you can play the demo. And you can wishlist it on Steam. I might have looked at it on Steam. I have a feeling that's where I might have looked at it before, because, yeah, that looks good. Oh, alright. So, this is coming to PC. It's a story of a cute but tough knight, an outlandish fantasy world, and a dark power waiting to strike. The brand new action-adventure game is full of memorable characters, fast-paced gameplay, and at its gooey center, a touching story about finding out who you are. Join Marshall the Marshmallow Knight and countless others as you explore this world and protect it with your all.
Nice.
I like that they had, like, there was a part where you're on a motorcycle, like
Right.
Rad Racer-ish, or like
Yeah.
what's the motorcycle one?
Road Rash.
Road Rash, there you go. And then they had like an RPG thing when they were fighting one of the bosses there, and then it felt like adventure, like almost like, you know, Legend of Zelda kind of thing.
Right.
So it was like they combined so many different styles and made it work so well.
I know, right?
So good.
That's tough.
Yeah, really though. Like, and then this big skeleton enemy here, boss enemy, kind of reminds me of Secret of Evermore.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Alright, so $5 gets your name in the game as a credit. To get the game, $16 or 22 Canadian will get you a copy of the game.
Not too terrible.
No, not at all. That's actually really good for, again, how these games are looking. $21 or 29 Canadian will get you the soundtrack as well. $32 or 44 will get you a sticker sheet. 50 or more will get you a t-shirt. 75 or more will also get you an enamel pin. 95 or more will get you a poster as well. At $250 or more, you can design an item. $350 or more, you can create an NPC. $450 or more, you can create a monster. $750 or more, you can create a mini boss. At $1,000, you create a boss. Already gone. $2,500 or more, and you can create a dungeon. They had 3 of those, and they're already gone.
Wow.
So $7,500 of the how much? Of the 24,000. So that's almost a quarter. That's actually no, it's more than a quarter. So yeah, that's pretty big.
Yeah.
And that's just to design dungeons. Like, all right. So yeah, it looks like a very, very promising game as well. Next up, a game we already mentioned. We were going to put it on the Kickstarter list last week. I just wanted to go down through this real quick. It's called Curse of the Sea Rats. Which, yeah, it was funded fast. Like, really, really fast. They were looking for $22,889. That was funded in 9 hours. They're currently sitting at $143,000 with 2 weeks to go still.
Yeah.
Jeez. So, yeah, we covered this game for a reason. I'm going to just refresh the page. It's just going to make it easier for everyone involved. And it'll probably change from 143. Let's see if they go up anymore when it actually refreshes. If it ever refreshes. Maybe. My God. Kickstarter, why? Yeah. Got 150,000 now. So I think we watched this trailer once before, possibly, but this could be a different Kickstarter trailer. I'm not sure. An epic hand-drawn Ratoidvania. So again, it literally looks like a Disney movie plus a game. It's like, all right. Yeah, exactly. Such a nice looking game. Like, it just makes me want to watch this as a cartoon. Like, can I go watch this anime somewhere or what? A new genre of Ratoidvania. Okay.
Just these hand-drawn animations are so ridiculously good looking. It's not even fair.
Yeah.
Like, this is all hand-drawn? Like, what the fuck, man?
So good, right?
I can't even make my signature legible half the time, much less this sort of shit. Like, come on. It's insane.
Yeah, so this... Yeah, I'm not surprised that this got funded as quickly as it did. I mean... Just the cinematics alone could probably be fine enough for people to just want to back it, because it literally looks like it would be a great thing to watch. And it being a Metroidvania type game on top of it, okay. Yeah, this is gorgeous, man. Hey, Disney.
Right?
Want to learn how to make your movies into good games? Yeah. Not that any of the Disney games were bad, actually. A lot of the Disney games were fantastic. But I can't remember the last time I played a new Disney game that I wanted to play.
Oh, boy. Yep.
Wow. 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 The next thing they're looking for is a ghost ship survival mode is the next thing they're going to unlock.
Oh, they're going to make that. That's for damn sure.
I would imagine. 2 weeks still left? Yeah. So, €19, $29 Canadian. Will get you a digital copy of Curse of the Sea Rats plus the soundtrack. €25 or more will get you a digital art book as well. $29 will get you beta access for the PC version. $49 will get you 4 postcards and stickers. And a physical game copy? Oh, I missed that. That's the Black Flag edition. Oh, 36 left out of 450. Oh, damn, they're almost all gone, too. See, this is what I'm talking about. How am I supposed to have enough money, Scott? Like seriously. We do, like, podcasts, and it's all like, yeah, you're, like, if you took your paycheck, you would waste it all on just shit you want. And I say shit with the nicest meaning behind it, by the way. I say it because I'm mad, because I want to buy everything and I can't.
There's stuff, there's things, and there's shit. They all mean the same thing.
Pretty much. Official art book and CD soundtrack and a full color printed art book for €59, 91 Canadian. And that's limited. 38 left of 100.
Jeez.
Official art book, soundtrack, and T-shirt for €79, 121 Canadian. Exclusive print pack and T-shirt. So you get 2 copies of the game. The Cigarettes T-shirt with exclusive backer design, exclusive print pack of 4 unique prints. Oh wow, that's nice. Physical Deluxe Black Flag Edition. Physical game copy, digital copy of the game. Comic book, stickers, 4 postcards, treasure map, CD soundtrack, full color printed art book, the T-shirt with exclusive backer design, the 4 unique print pack, beta access, digital soundtrack, digital art book, and your name is in credits as well. Still 324 of those left. The Admiral gets you exclusive amigurumi. What is that? Handmade amigurumi of Timothy Teddy's rat doll. Oh, obviously that's something I don't know what it is. Oh, now I gotta go find it. What is it? Oh my god. They're very detailed in everything they have here, though. Holy crap. Oh god, and then all the art. Stop. I'm gonna have to stop and look at this for like fucking an hour. Oh, there's the physical copy. Oh god, look at that fucking... That map looks so good. Art book looks so nice. The T-shirt looks really good. There's the print pack. Oh, seriously? Alright. Yeah, I want that, please. I want the handcrafted amigurumi replica. That is cute as hell. You can also pay €199 or 300 Canadian for the amigurumi and the exclusive print pack and T-shirt. All gone. The early bird, €10, $16 Canadian for the copy of the game. I guess another one, which they said at €15 and 23. Wow, they had 3 different sets of those early bird ones. Jesus. Pirate early bird, Corsair early bird, Treasure Hunter is already gone. 15 of those, which was... Oh, you get a figure as well, which is one of the... Oh, are you shitting me, dude? Man. And that was only €400, 600 Canadian. And that looks like I said, it's like getting a piece of the game, basically. And if you're really good at painting, oh damn, you could really make that look nice. So, anyways, the last thing we have here tonight, I was actually contacted by these guys. Offside Legends, I'm going to refresh just right now, just might as well, is a fast-paced sports game bursting with knights and passes, crack detectives, blocks on goal, deathly terrors, and magical plays. They literally just started their Kickstarter today. They're looking for 40,694 Canadian. They're only at 1,100 right now, with 29 days to go. Oh god, that was very loud. I plopped a little bit. This actually looks fun. It's a soccer game.
What the fuck?
But
This is like NBA Jam with soccer.
this is a lot like Mutant League Soccer. I would probably call it Mutant League Hockey, like they had in Sega Genesis and stuff. That's what this kind of reminds me of, but obviously in soccer. But yeah, I can see what you mean because of the powers. It does kind of seem a lot like NBA Jam. I'm sure they've gotten some inspirations from it.
What the fuck?
What? That guy was put into a castle? What the Oh my god, I can imagine a lot of us playing this. And getting pissed off at each other. Mario Strikers in a good way, yeah, exactly. Yeah, there you go. I forgot all about Strikers. Jesus, I haven't played that in forever. So that's Offside Legends. So yeah, they're releasing that on everything, basically.
Not gonna lie, kind of like it a lot.
Oh yeah, I this time I actually went and watched the trailers for these games and the Best of Steam this time, so it wouldn't give you poop. And this time I feel like I delivered good things. And yeah, I want to play this really, really bad. Again, I like playing sports games. I just don't watch sports. Plus, this looks so
there's
fun.
there's entire teams with like themes. Like there's the Arthurian Knights that has Lancelot, Gawain, Percival, and Merlin. The Baker Street Detectives have hold on, start it
Mycroft
over.
Holmes, Dr. Watson.
It's Mycroft Holmes, Dr. Watson, Mrs. Hudson, and Lestrade. This is so cool. What the fuck? This is awesome.
Othello, and Bear, Cusio, the Wonderlanders. Oh God.
Shakespeare's players: Ophelia, Othello, Bear, Mercutio.
Oh God, Scott's gonna like the Irony Core. Oh God, it's an all-women team.
I mean, Jane Eyre. What the fuck?
Lucy Snow.
Come on, man. Some of this shit's so good.
I know, right? Okay, so let's go to the back rewards here. 13 or more gets an early bird copy of the game. There's still 484 left. 15 or more will get you a regular copy plus a digital art book and digital poster. 30 or more will get you 2 copies of the game, a DLC for each. 1 DLC for each digital copy. Well, oh, okay. Oh, so once they have DLC, okay, that's kind of nice. 60 or more, you name the credits, 4 copies of the game, 2 DLCs for each copy. Record your voice as the mob voice. Naming credits, 4 digital copies of the game, 2 DLCs for each copy, digital art book, digital poster for $250. And you still have 4 of those left.
So good.
That's pretty nice. Yeah, and I like that they have a very short amount of rewards there. I was kind of expecting a physical copy. I'm not gonna lie. I was kind of hoping to see that. Hopefully, they make their goals fast, and maybe they might make one. Because that would be really cool. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. I know. I keep fun. I fund Kickstarters. I mean, it's good that we finally got some.
Right? Like, goddamn, just so good this week. Woo!
All right, but that concludes our podcast for this week.
That's some really, really, really good stuff this week, man. Holy cow.
A lot of good stuff, yeah, dude.
Man. Wow, what do I recommend this week?
Honestly, I'm thinking the Panzer mech game that we were looking at. That looked so good.
I would think that, like, my recommendation what the fuck am I saying? My recommendation for this week, I would actually say I would go with Unmetal, because that looked
Unmetal looked pretty good as well, yeah.
really, really good. Who's there? A cat. Come on, man. Come on. It's so good. So good. I can't wait for that game. But as always, every week, I'd like to thank my news outlets, which are VG247 and Destructoid.com.
And I will also thank Destructoid.com, the indie game website, Twitter, Kickstarter, the Pixel Artists, the indie developers, Retronews.com, as well as Steam. And yeah, we had a fantastic week this week too. We actually put in a lot without going like crazy.
Yeah, I know.
Kind of nice. So this week we are going to be rating Mr. Lrock617. He is currently practicing X-Men 2-player Storm, the beat-em-up arcade game. So that should be fun to watch. So we're going to head over there. Have yourselves a good evening, and we will see you again next week. Bye-bye.